This afternoon, we take you live to the Kwame Nkrumah Circle, where firefighters took several hours from midnight to contain an inferno, which eyewitnesses say started from the Odawna Market. We are learning the president is heading there this afternoon. It is unclear whether there were 80 casualties beyond the destruction of traders' wares running into thousands of Ghana cedis. My colleague Benjamin Akakpo has been speaking with some of the traders who are blaming officials of the fire service for arriving late when they were cold and with little water.
Quelling the fire. We are getting wet, we are getting heated up, but we're still here with them, following all the action. So the scenes are still ongoing, the Ghana National Fire Service. In fact, you can see some of the people who trade here assisting the Ghana Fire Service. When you look there, the gentleman there, he's not a fire service officer. Be careful as we actually get a bit closer. A lot more smoldering going on there. In fact, if you come this way, you can see more flames still very much alive and burning. And here we are with some more people. Mommy, Pacho morning.
Good morning.
What JoyNews? Now, Pacho, when you are out on your mouth,
aye, me turn your mouth. I has say me shop ni.
then I will turn.
Me turn support champagne, any biscuits.
And I store and what you tell me.
Me turn.
It is a saying that you said, Bibiashe,
Bibiashe, what I say. Me never nash. Then come me Bibia, what I say.
Not to say, near much, I say, wash the bois. A bay saying.
And your mamma should cry, I brought 70 million.
7,000 Ghana.
Ah, if I shop near me, no, I a boom, I near my a woman.
Shops me,
I a boom, I say. Ninash.
Now, to say, Dana wouldn't him ever send a Jana starting. Then on my country.
Send a Jana starting and the Thomas starting and Naminia. Naminia. Your friends say, Jatum, now, just said the Husana. Now, you started free, I say. And you say, a baba crisis here. Near who you say, just a baby Pia, but she never says, shop or in Ash. It will be a no, I can't be our home.
Now, Mamma Tony Amahana, many of you almost say, Usha. Then the bit me, I had not just as I just yes, I know, and the first time I do AC. Then you bet me I
5 times. I brought 5 times Nikra. You market Yashi.
That was Benjamin Akakpo interacting with some of the market women victims of the fire outbreak. Let's take you live now to the Odawna Market, where President Akufo-Addo is about to address the victims of the inferno. My colleague Elton Brobe is there. He will be also giving us some updates from there. But let's listen to the president who is addressing the market women.
The church will be heading now. Yes, moi, bansu to me the about the wall. When it me asa when I do myself. Now, why now I have so so. Aban baba ya wari wa markets a walk la. Baba ya mina. Ya wese bibisa. Ya ma bibisa ensebiu. Timo to go ase bibia be ye. Ya ba gani ya bibia. Bila maso nyami samu ya. Bako. Bila maso. Maso papa.
Sights and sounds from the Odawna Market, where the President Akufo-Addo is currently addressing traders, and you could see how the traders are also responding to the President. My colleague Elton Brobe is with the President there. He will be speaking to us shortly and tell us more about what the President has been telling the traders and how the traders have been responding. Elton, if you can hear me, what more can you report from the President's visit to the Odawna Market?
What have you been briefed so far?
Well, I think that the fire started somewhere about 2 a.m. thereabout and gutted the entire place. As you can see, a lot of people's containers and wares have all been bent down. Yeah. And so we have had meeting. We had a meeting with the leadership of the market. The Deputy Regional Minister herself was here. The Deputy Regional Minister was here. Then we have the Chief Executive of the area, the Regional Police Commander. We had the District Police Commanders, Fire Service Regional Commander, and all the team were all here. And immediately we went around and set the place, first of all, to try and make sure that people will not take advantage and go in and steal items that belong to other people. Of course, the military too have been part of it to ensure that we had safety and properties were being protected. We quickly met them and we assured them that they should come. We expressed the fact that the entire government, and of course, as a follow-up to it, you've seen the President here. The President is concerned about what has happened, and so he had to come himself. We assured them and we expressed the fact that we are happy that we have not lost life. You know, we are sad, however, and worried about the spate of fire outbreaks here and there in some of the markets. We at NADMO, we have been doing a lot of public education. Some of your stations have hosted us to teach. We've been in the markets, the various markets, to educate people, to ensure that we nip those kind of hazards in the back so that we don't have disasters of this nature.
So let's talk about the President's promise to them and how you're going to go about it. Reiterate what the President said he would do for the market women who have had their works destroyed by the fire.
Well, I think that one thing I heard, because was the fact that the markets were all going to be taken care of. They were going to barricade the entire areas. That is to ensure that at a certain time when we ensure that the markets are closed, everybody will close it and move out. People who are sleeping in the market, cooking in the market, those are some of the causes. Apart from the fact that people get quack repairers to repair their gadgets, people don't buy the right gadgets to fix in their various places. We have a lot of people who are using gas and who are not taking good care and are not handling it very, very well in the market. And these are things we have gone ahead to do a lot of education, and yet we have people flouting these things in the markets. And so we've had discussion with them. We've also met with the Deputy Regional Minister, and we are looking at the way forward. Okay. We have had a database. Okay. We've ensured that we look at everybody who is selling in the market, their pictures, what they are doing, what they are selling, their telephone numbers. You know, there's been an extensive data work base that we have here, so we know everybody in the market.
So how soon will the compilation start so that they can start benefit from what the President just promised them?
As we have started now, as we are talking now, we have people who are doing the assessments. Are you with me? Yeah. So that we just oppose it against the database that we have already. And then as we are speaking now, the NBSSI, as I said, they are working on it to ensure that some monies would be advanced to them, to cushion them. And all of these things are being done now. It's not as though how soon is it going to be. There are meetings that are taking place as we are speaking now to ensure that those things are put in place quickly. They are expected to bring certain informations apart from the ones that the Assembly has, so that we can validate all of those things, to know that indeed you are the one who qualify for A or B or C. So, and those things are being done.
So, Mr. Commoner, some hours down the line, you've been working with the Ghana National Fire Service. Have you been able to establish the cause of this fire?
The cause of this fire, no, we cannot say it just within the spur of the moment. Some investigations have to go in. We give ourselves just a couple of days by which time it should be ready.
So, going forward, is the plan to clear this area off?
And of course, some of them have expressed interest in concern about their loans that they have contracted from banks and things. And we have assured them that we will speak with their banks. The reports that will come out would also give them copies so that they can file in their banks to ensure that they can give them grace period. Aside that, we also want to see the best. We're going to look at how to get our psychologists to talk to some of them and calm their nerves and calm their tensions down. So that, and I think even the president's visit to the place, you can feel the morale. And you know that this is a man that the people have trust in, and they know that he's going to deliver once he says he is going to deliver.
My final question will be, as we move on this, are you going to barricade the place such that you have no access to it? What is the plan for them, especially those who think that this has remained their livelihood for years?
Yes, of course, we are going to barricade the place. We need to do that immediately, and that's to ensure that other people do not take advantage and jump in. As we speak now, after at the meeting that we did, we agreed that the military and the police are taking over the place immediately. And the executives of the market have agreed that the military and the police will take in. Nobody is going in. Once the fire service is done with their assessment of what the cause is and we can ascertain everything else, then we've actually even put a committee in place. And they have 3 representation on. We have the police on, we have fire service on, we have NADMO on, we have the works engineers, and the committee is to report directly to the chief executive, Honorable Ni Ajetawiya, on issues and the way forward. Of course, with myself coming in to ensure that we all work together to relieve the pain of the people and to ensure that the promise of His Excellency the President is fulfilled, and that will bring relief to the people of the market here.
Mr. Archibald Kobena is the Greater Accra Regional Director of NADMO. Let me speak to a fire service personnel here, Mr. J.E. First, tell us, can you look into my camera? What have you identified so far since you started fighting this fire from last night?
It's too early. Investigation is a difficult aspect of the whole firefighting institution. It is not easy to identify issues, but we are sampling evidences and we deduce that to come out of the cause of the fire. So I will entreat you to exercise a little bit of restraint so that we can get to know the actual cause of the fire, because within the space of just 2 years, another incident has occurred. And we need to find out the cause and address it holistically.
But this fire started last night or the early hours of today. I still see smoke coming out of the place. Is it to suggest that there's still fire beneath the smoke?
Yes, because some of the containers have padlock sealed in them. And there's a lot of goods in them which have burnt. So they'll definitely generate smoke. So as we speak, that is what we are seeing. But the fire has been extinguished. But those in the containers are that one emitting the smokes.
Was it difficult fighting it? I can see access to the place is quite an issue.
Very, very difficult, because there's no access into the market. Every place is covered. And getting into the seat of the fire was a difficult one. And we would find a way of planning so that in the near future, in case of any incident, it will not affect a vast land like this.
My final question will be, how soon can you assure residents of Accra in this environment that we will no longer see the smoke that we are seeing now? How soon can you effectively and efficiently put out this fire?
The men are on the ground working. So I believe if the close of the day, latest by tomorrow morning, I believe we'll not see any smoke.
All right, thank you very much, sir. And so, Gifty, we are coming to you live from Odawna, the scene of the fire, which started in the early hours of yesterday. And I was just speaking to the regional commander of the... right, so he's the regional commander of the Greater Accra, Deputy Chief Officer of the Fire Service. Has he been telling us about what they've done so far in bringing the fire under control? As we heard earlier, President Akufo-Addo was here, and the promise is that NADMO, together with the Greater Accra Regional Coordinating Council, will begin the process of compiling the names of those whose wares or whose property were affected by the outbreak and to see how best government can, assist them to restart their business. Secondly, they will look at dealing with issues relating to access to market to ensure that the fire that started last night, so we still see smoke coming out of the place, is addressed across all markets across the country. So basically, this has been the news. This has been the takeaway going forward. The assurance is that the military and the police is taking over this place. They're going to barricade it. Nobody will have access to it until they can say that they've been effectively bring the fire and everything under control here.
The Elton Brobe, who is our man following the president at the Odawna Market to visit the traders who are infected by the inferno. There is more on the Odawna Market because MCE Samuel James, Ni Ejeteria, and Deputy Greater Accra Regional Minister Elizabeth Sake have also been to the scene speaking with the traders.
And Mr. Biara say onye na sun non tie ye. Wa hu brasimo ni edikane say enopeya na meti wo Peace FM say asema esini. No kwara asem ni say mo hwe say na me de gina ho a obatan mintumi entwen endresse enhyemhye miniama nsa ma ba ha. Enti na me gi dressing say na ma ba ha no. Me yamo shemi Niedikano, me mamu kuse, ene mundue inso, efise ye shed, mra ye womu ya. Uhu se, eye mrebia, jadi fwa, ako tuto niyama, diaba joma, wamosha kwa inse, yanso niyama nuhu hiya ye no, ye beba abe tuto, na ye diako yemfie, na fofi antoata, ne ye hu niesi, me shamu kura ashamu din se afeti mo mampa na yenso ye betuto niama ye wo ha no me mitato niama wo ha me nhyeda yi me ho adi nso mitaw de wo ha pa na afeti me so pa efise me wure mo aminim se me ko this side ntamafo wo ha me ko ha dukufo wo ha me ko ha ntosifo wo ha nti me nso afeti me pa Intina ama anopei miti asem no misi debi e wo se mi di meka eba ha no eno ne nia ede kan a mebisaye ina ne toso mienu mebisa data of the market ina wo mama me all the information ente ye ko susu hu na ya hwe kwan a ye befa so ama obibiara kuma atoni yem.
Though we are sorry for what has happened, this will give us the opportunity to redo the whole thing anew. So in a better manner, and I believe that will help forestall some of these things in the future.
So a better manner would mean like maybe at the KGTR market and others.
Exactly.
Better access roads for the fire service.
Exactly.
Electricity connections, are they going to be better?
Better. In fact, we have engaged the leadership here and they are much aware of this. All this thing. Yes.
Assuming me and you are running a shop. I go in the morning, you come in the night. When you come in the night, what do you do before you take over?
Tell me.
I should tell you, definitely, if we are running a shop, whatever sales I've made, you check the where's a goods that has left before you can take over. You can continue from wherever I come from. So the appliances there, those operational men running it, when they come in the morning, they will check whether oil is inside, fuel is inside, water is inside. So there's no way appliance will move from a station to a fire scene and there's no water. At times, you will see our appliances replenishing elsewhere. Wherever any appliances go and discharge water, you need to fill it before it comes back to the station. So there's no way appliance will move from the station and then to the fire scene, and you will tell me there is half water. Secondly, the way the public sees the size of the tender, they thought every place is full of water. All the tenders that we have, when it's fully charged, when we run our hose and it's fully charged, they open all the delivery. Within 5 minutes, whatever inside is in the appliance will finish. Our biggest tanker is 3,000. And I'm telling you, within 5 minutes, when we fully open the hose, 5 minutes, it will get empty. So even when we get to the fire scene, we control the water. And then when we look at the size of the fire, we call for reinforcement to come and assist. So there's no way a tender will move from the station to the fire scene.
So I'm sure that is what the people saw here, and they are mistakenly saying that it was here for about 3 minutes, 5 minutes, and then it ran out of water. That's what they are seeing.
That's what they are saying. I've told you within 5 minutes when we open the food delivery, it will be empty. So even when you are the scene, you decide to go to the runabout before you come, and I'm telling you the water is finished. You tell me it's empty. That's what they are seeing.
But you had to use a certain vantage point to shoot the water. Even earlier today, I saw it because there was no access, right?
Exactly. And even fighting fire, as I'm standing here, and there's a fire in this building, this store, I intend to start to flash the water on it. It doesn't get to the seat of the fire. So even I can throw half of the water and that fire will not go off unless I see the seat of the fire. So even like you are saying, when they were standing far away shooting the water was not hitting the fire. So still it will be rigid. So it gets to access of the fire before it can put off.
So do you have reinforcements that are coming now?
As at now, like I told you, the PRO can tell you number of appliances that have come to the scene. I can tell you number of appliances that have come.
Looking at the scene here, how long do you think it will take before we can actually
so honestly,
break this fire? Because when you go around, there are still pockets of fire. Look.
Hello. These fires cannot spoil anything. Whatever you are seeing, it can't spoil anything. And even when we put it off, there's nothing we can take out of it.